there, it's Maverick Hayes. I am at Six Flags Great America, just between Chicago and Milwaukee, and getting ready for a fun day for their last weekend before they go into their holiday in the park theming. So let's go jump on some coasters and have some fun. As we get ready to walk into the park here, this is their big carousel. It was built in 1976 under the Marriott name, which you might be familiar with the Marriott hotels. And since we're in November and they're getting ready for their holiday in the park theming, the pond behind me is drained, but they're also doing construction on that, so that will hopefully be redone and open for next year. Three coasters behind me. There's the Whizzer, which is a family ride that's been here since the birth of the park in 1976. Over there is the Raging Bull that was built in 1998, I believe, and the one we are in line for is the park's newest coaster, Max Force, standing at 175 feet and 0 to 78 miles in less than 2 seconds. This ride is done by air compression. You can see the train right over there, and in just a couple of seconds, the chambers will compress air that's going to shoot it, and again from 0 to 78 in less than 2 seconds. I hear that it's getting ready. And there she goes. Max Force is a fun way to get the day started here at Six Flags. That almost 80-mile-an-hour launch will really wake you up. Unfortunately, cameras are not allowed on the rides, so I'll show some POVs of the bigger coasters that I do as well, so you can get an idea of what they're like if you're not familiar with Six Flags Great America. I do sound a little different today, using a different camera. Going smaller, I didn't want to bring all the gear with me to the amusement park, so sorry that the sound quality is not as good as normal. But walking through the park here, right here is the Demon. Stands about 100 feet tall. When the park first opened back in 1976, it used to be called Turn of the Century, and at that time it did not have the two loops. They were added afterwards and changed to the Demon. And we are headed to a ride called Giant Drop, which is a free fall ride, about 225 feet-ish, give or take, and just drops you straight down. Here it is, climbing the pole. Oh, about 225 feet, I believe it is. You stay dangling for about 10 seconds, and then it's a drop all the way down. And they're just staying there. Here they come. Giant Drop was good. And now we're going on the Viper. Gonna get on one of the original rides here at the park, the Demon. This is a headbanger.
Train comes to a complete stop. Push down and pull up on your restraints. Please exit to your right.
Urge you as you ride.
Are we gonna make it over the hill?
Done with the Demon. The headache is kicking in. This ride really needs to be sponsored by Tylenol or Excedrin. Okay, I'm here at Raging Bull. Built in 1999 from the B&M company. This ride is the tallest one here at Great America. Stands 205 feet up, and we're going down about 70, 72 miles an hour. Let's go. That gives a ride. That is a fun ride. And the little hair I have left, it blows it all over the place. This is X-Flight, built in 2005, also from B&M. It's a fun wing coaster. That means the seats sit outside of the track. Okay, here we go. Getting ready for X-Flight. Might have a scrim or two.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, bud.
That's a fun ride. The harness system on that, it gets actually a little tighter as the ride goes on. So if you are asthmatic, if you have anxiety, or just don't like to be squeezed in general, you might want to puff your stomach out as they come by to check lap bars or the harness just a little bit to prevent it from clicking and getting super tight. Up next, the American Eagle. This ride was built in 1981 when it was owned by the Marriott Corporation. It is a double woody, so there's a train on both sides, two tracks, right and left. And at the time it was built, believe it or not, it was the world's tallest and fastest roller coaster. Now, this coaster, I know it's hard to see with the sun. The sun's just in the wrong spot. This coaster, the American Eagle, it's 127 feet tall, but the drop is 147 feet. A lot of people don't realize it goes, not really underground, they just dug it out deep into the earth, so. And I believe it does a top speed of 65, 66 miles an hour. I'm not 100% sure on that. If you know exactly how fast it goes and have some more information about the American Eagle or any other roller coaster here at Six Flags Great America, leave a comment below. Still one of my favorite rides. The American Eagle. Getting ready to go on Goliath here. It was built in 2014 from the RMC Corporation and stands 160 feet if I recall, but the drop is 185, reaching 72 miles an hour. It's smooth and it's fun.
Oh yeah! Woo! Yeah! Woo! Yeah!
That ride's got some hang time to it. Goliath is pretty good. It's a very short ride, but it packs a punch. Here on the coaster roster at Six Flags Great America is Batman. Batman is the first inverted hanging roller coaster from the company that built it, B&M. Opened in 1992 here at Six Flags Great America. Stands 100 feet tall. Lots of inversions. And off to Gotham City. Batman the Ride, a fun suspended coaster. It is a fun ride. Now this is my all-time favorite ride here at Six Flags Great America. It's called V2 Vertical Velocity. It is closed now because it is being rethemed to Vertical Velocity The Flash. They just painted it. It used to be yellow track with blue supports. Kind of bummed that it's closed, but the nice thing is Six Flags is investing in this ride and will keep it, whereas at Cedar Point, they are scrapping their Impulse coaster, and that's the basically the type of coaster this is. It's designed by Intamin Corporation, and the support towers, or the towers I should say, are 185 feet. Ride goes 0 to 72 in just a few seconds. It's a great ride. I love it. Me is a ride from SNS. It's called The Joker. I've done it a couple of times. For me, it's not the most exciting rides unless you're into doing a bunch of somersaults. There's just nothing really exciting about it for me. And if the line is about 5 minutes or less, I'll go on it. Otherwise, I'll just quickly show you what it's doing back there. And you just keep flipping over and over and over. And I would say the line's probably about maybe a half hour right now, so I'm gonna skip it. This is a flying coaster. It's called Superman, and for some reason, it is closed for the rest of the season. They must be starting their winter rehab maintenance on it a little bit earlier this year. The tall giant flagpole ride. It's called Skytrek Tower. That was put in 1977. I believe it stands 350 feet tall. That's, of course, going to the top of the flag. Now, this is a classic here at Six Flags Great America. The double-decker carousel that opened with the park when Marriott owned the park back in 1976 is when it opened. Six Flags Great America does have a lot of what they call flat rides, and here's a perfect example of one. A non-roller coaster, family style. They got some kiddie rides here. I am here for the coasters today. And back behind this building, making all the noise, is the Whizzer. That opened with the park in 1976. It's hard to see it, but it is back there behind the trees. This beast stands at a whole 70 feet tall. And we are going to be going at a screaming 42 miles an hour. Like I said, it's a family classic. I believe it was my first coaster, my first bigger coaster when I was a kid. So it gives a fun ride. Let's go check it out. get the idea. Let's speed this up. That's gonna be a wrap. I'll see you on the next video. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel, please. I would appreciate it.